And good afternoon, San Antonio. Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We're located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The phone number here is 210-341-1573. If you haven't ever listened to the show before, I'm Trudy Chook. I am the manager of Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. This is an 11,000 square foot hardware store dedicated to maintenance around the house. But we also have a 2,500 square foot gift shop in the front. And we always show the show live on Facebook too. And so today, after we get off the radio at 3:30, we will continue the show on Facebook, and we're going to do a big style show. We're going to show you some of the new things that we got in the gift shop. So if you want to pull us up, Happy Handyman, no, it's Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware on Facebook, and you will find us, and you see my little face waving back at you, you know you're in the right place. So today we are going to talk about little things that can make your life a whole lot simpler, okay? But before we do that, I want to tell you a couple of things that are be coming up in the next few weeks. As you all know, this is our 80th year in business, okay? We started in 1944 under under Acme Lumber and Supply Company, Inc. There was also an Acme Home Builders, okay? The Home Builders was my grandfather. He was the reason we have anything right now. He's the reason we have any hardware store, anything like that. My grandfather was a home builder here in San Antonio. My dad then got involved after he got out of the Navy, hygiene, and he started the retail side and Acme Lumber and Supply Company, Inc., and then that grew into 5 lumber yards. We closed them down in '08 and bought this one hardware store located, I used to always say Castle Hills, and then the mayor of Castle Hills came in and goes, I love it when you do that, Trudy, but do you know you don't live in Castle Hills? The store's not in Castle Hills, it's in San Antonio. Oh. So we're just right past Castle Hills and this hardware store that's on Northwest Military Highway. So if you need anything around the house as far as maintenance, so that means painting, electrical, nuts and bolts, plumbing, lawn and garden, tools, we are your place. And I always like to say, we have the people here that can help support you, almost every one of them. When they leave here, they do work at home. So my plumber, the guy that works in plumbing, he's a master plumber. The guy that works in electrical, he has done electrical all his life, and he has done a bunch of other things. My guy in paint, he may not have done paint all his life, but as he says, he is a quick learner, and you can get exactly what you need in the paint department. So, putting that aside, we've been in business for 80 years, so we're going to do some different things this year. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to do a Fiesta badge. And so we have a mock-up of it, and Jill's going to show me the mock-up in just a little bit, and they're going to be for sale, and we're going to have it on the website. It's going to be pretty fun and exciting. We've never done that before. And then also this month, our next event is going to be on the 24th, and I have named it the Spring Feast. We used to have a fall feast, and so, but this year we're doing a spring feast, and we are all, we have a ton of new dip mixes and cream cheese mixes, and we're going to show all of them. And so, okay, all right. So those of you that are watching on Facebook, you can see this. It's a picture of Dad and flowers in the front of the store. They're going to be $12. You can pre-order them now. It's our first Fiesta medal ever. and they're going to sell for $12. And 50% of it will go to K9 for Warriors, which is right outside San Antonio. So 50% of the profits. Okay, so if you would like to do that, just give us a call. We can pre-order for you right now. All right, so let's get down to business. What are some of the things that would make your life easier? They're simple things. All right. How many of you have to move furniture around the house? I mean, maybe up to 3,200 square feet. Do you know that's the size of a Subaru car? Magic sliders. Magic sliders have been around since 1992. They were the first anti-friction slider to go on the bottom of your furniture. And I can remember when we found these, they had a huge sofa sitting at the showroom. And they had magic sliders on the bottom of it. And the guy literally moved the sofa with just his hip. And they are, I like to think that they're like Teflon for your furniture. Okay, so if you have like wood floors or tile floors, laminate floors, these are great to put on the bottom of your furniture. Hi Karen, how you doing? And you just apply it to the furniture floors. There's these that I'm showing on Facebook right now. They have an adhesive on the back and they go right on. They stay on. You don't have to worry about them falling off. Okay. So magic sliders, if you want to put those on the bottom of your furniture. How many times when you go out and you need to replace the bulb outdoors and you try to unscrew it, it breaks off in your hand? Well, do you know that won't happen if you use a product called dielectric grease? It works, you just put it around the little rings of your light bulb and it seals and protects any kind of electrical connection. They show a lot of dielectric grease on like all kinds of automotive things, but I have always used it on my light bulbs that go outside because they get wet and then they get rusty and then you can't remove the bulb and then it breaks off and you've got to, you know, do all kinds of stuff to get that out. So, but you can also use it on machinery. And the one that we carry is called CRC dielectric grease. Okay? Those are really good. I don't want to forget some things. I know I'm going to run out of time because I've brought a boatload of stuff up here. How many of you have a front door and when your kids come through and they open it, it bangs against the wall next to it? Do you know there's an easy way to take care of that? And it is called a spring hinge. And you don't have to replace all the hinges on your door. You just have to replace the middle one. And that way you don't have to take your door down. It's not a hassle. Just take out that one middle hinge and then install a spring hinge, and it will open easily, but then it won't just fly open. It will keep a little tension on the door. And they're completely adjustable. They come in a brass color. They come in a satin steel color. They come in a rounded edge. They come in a square edge on the hinge, and they're super, I think they're under 20 bucks, and that's all you will need. Okay, they come with all the screws and everything. I did this at my house, and it really helps. And then, like when you let go of the door will close by itself. So they work great on the front door, and like if you have a door that goes to the garage, these are great. All right, now when we went to the Lancaster show a couple of weeks ago, and we found some new things. Some of them haven't come in yet, but this has. And I know you are not going to be like impressed about a blue tape, right? A blue and a green tape. These tapes are made in Italy, okay? And I got a sample of these tapes, and I was working on a project at home that had glass, and I was painting. I think I told y'all I did a china cabinet that had a lot of glass, and it was an older china cabinet that was blonde. It just was so out of style. And I wanted to paint it black with our Wise Owl paint. And so he gave me a sample, and I was so impressed about how thin this tape was. It's like there is no edge to it at all. So like if you're trying to paint next to it, you don't have any kind of little edge on your paint. And sometimes these painter's tapes and stuff, they're so thick, okay, because they've got a surface on the inside of it that if it gets wet, it expands. All right, but these don't. But these are completely, I think it's the green one, that is completely waterproof. And so I asked the question, why do I care if this tape is waterproof? He said, because if you decide that you don't get back to your project for a couple of weeks, no paint's gonna bleed through this and stick to your tape, okay? It's not just the fact where you might get an uneven edge, it's the fact that your tape might stick to your project, and then when you pull it up, you pull up your paint too, and then you got to touch them. But these are the new tapes. They are Italian, Vivac, okay? And the blue one is for indoors or outdoors, and the green one, I think, is the one that is waterproof. So, and they're more reasonably priced than just your normal blue tape that you get from like 3M. That's another reason. We're just going to keep this in. The price is great, and it's a great quality project. So when you start your next project where you need to use some painter's tape, come by and get some of that, and I promise you, you're going to like it. Now, how many of you don't have enough hooks in your life? I never do, because I like to hang stuff up because I think it looks more organized. My favorite place is the Container Store, okay? And so High and Mighty has some just regular big hooks, okay? And what I love about this is you don't have to have any tools. I hang my purses on these, I hang my hair dryer, my curling iron, all kinds of stuff. Now, that's what I hang. But you could hang all kinds of stuff in your pantry, your pots and pans, everything. And what I like about it is, say you're living in an apartment and you would love to have a hook, but you don't want to leave any screw holes in the wall. You won't leave any holes in the wall. Well, they're pin pricks. And so I don't know if those of you that are watching on Facebook can see this, but come into the store so I can show you how tiny these little gripper things are. They're like a toothpick, and you can cover that up. Well, you won't even see it, okay? But come by and take a look at the High and Mighty hooks. And this one that I'm holding in my hands, it holds up to 20 pounds, okay? I love these things, and my closet looks great too. How about when you need a light on the front of your house and you don't have a motion activator on it? Okay, I picked up the wrong light bulb. I meant to get the dusk to dawn light. Okay, it kind of looks like this light bulb, except it's got a red dot in the middle of it, okay? I didn't want to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this next week. But they have a dusk to dawn light bulb that is made by Philips, and you plug it in or screw it in to just your regular outdoor fixture. It will come on when it starts getting dusk at night, and then in the morning it goes off. You just leave your lights on all the time, and that's it. Okay? It works really great, and they're like $12. Unbelievable. And if you're going to do like a dusk to dawn fixture, those things are expensive. They start about $45 and go all the way up. Well, you can make any fixture a dusk to dawn with the ones from Philips that are called dusk to dawn lights. They're on aisle 18 here in the store, but go by and take a look at those. Are great. And speaking of lights, okay, I asked the guy that in our electrical area, I said, we used to have some fixtures that you could put outside that did not require electricity. They ran on batteries, and they were just really great. So you could just put it outside, not have to call an electrician, and then the only thing you would have to replace are the batteries. Well, there's a step up now. They're solar, and we got some in. The one I'm showing right now is called a Halo Outdoor Security Light. It's solar powered. It's like a 40-watt bulb. And I know you think that that's not very bright, but in the dark, it is really nice light. So where would you put these? You could put them by your back door. You could put them like outside where maybe your dog goes at night, so you can still see him and he can still see you. Maybe by your garbage cans. Anywhere you would like some light, you can put it in the front. They're real attractive. And let's see, they're motion activated, and so they only come on when you get a little, and they're dusted on. Okay, great. So they're dusted on and they're motion activated. And they show them like right next to maybe your numbers on your house. So this would be really, but I think that's a really nice, it's very sleek looking. It comes in black. Okay, they also make one, they call it a bionic spotlight. It's a little bit bigger. You can put it in the front, in the back. It also comes where you can install it on the wall, or you can put it in the grass because it comes with a stake. Works the same kind of way. This one is 500 lumens, and the one I showed you before was 300 lumens. So these are super simple. You don't have to call an electrician. You can, most of them install with just a screw, and that's it. And like the bionic one, you can put it right in the ground. Okay, now I know I'm talking real fast, but there was a bunch of stuff I wanted to show you that I don't really talk about all the time. Okay, how many of you keep a fire extinguisher in the house? Not many of us do, okay? But this one called Fire Gone, okay? This is what I like about this one, because some of those fire extinguishers, you have to, things to get rid of the smell. Yes, I do, Cindy, hang on. The Fire Gone, you don't have to shake it. You literally pull the plug on it and point it down at the fire about 8 inches, no, 6 to 8 feet, not inches, feet away from the fire, and then move into the fire. And it will take care of electrical, it will take care of kitchen fires, so grease fires, barbecue, and automotive. So it's like a one-stop fire extinguisher. And they're super reasonably priced. You don't have to worry about it. I think they hold up to, I tell you what, I'll find out how many will have it on the YouTube video, how long it will last. But they're easy to use. But the part I like about it, you don't have to shake them, because sometimes that's hard to shake it up, especially if you don't have a lot of strength in your hands, but you have enough strength to pull the trigger. Okay? Fire stop. Get one for your parents. Okay? This Stanley Wonder Bar. A Stanley Wonder Bar. Okay, what is special about a Stanley Wonder Bar? These little things are short. They're only about 14 inches long. You know, a while ago when I was telling you to replace a hinge on your door, I replaced on one door a couple of hinges and it slipped a little bit. I put my Wonder Bar underneath it, balanced it. I still had 2 hands to work with, and I could push the door up with my foot. If you need to push like some furniture up or anything like that, this Wonder Bar is so strong. We lift our 4-foot gondolas that are full of supplies, and we're able to lift them up with these Wonder Bars. They are amazing. All right, so Cindy, do you have anything for bathroom sinks to get rid of this smell? So I'm not quite sure what you mean by smell, so I'm thinking maybe it comes from the drain, and they do. Green Gobbler makes these little sticks that go down in the drain, and it's all enzymes. So it gets rid of any of the gunk that is around your drain. That's what causes the smell, and it can also cause drain flies. So, okay, so yes, that's what you would use. You could also, if you are having a problem with drain flies, there is another product that is made by Quest. I can't remember off the top of my head what that product is. I'll think of it about 5 minutes after I get off the air. But give the store a call, Cindy, 210-341-1573, and they can go look it up for you, okay? All right. Let's see. How much time do I have left? I got about a minute or two. Morgan's repellent. Okay. We cannot keep this stuff in stock. It is for mice and rats and squirrels. Let me tell you. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to start to have problems with squirrels. Okay. So if you have problems with squirrels, like they get up into your attic, don't throw mothballs up there. Okay. Put up the Morgan's repellent, and it will repel them. And then once they're out, you need to find out where they're getting in, and that sometimes can be the hard part, and you need to seal it up. But most of the time where they're getting in is under the eaves, the vents that are there. They have managed to pull that screening away and crawl up in there, and they don't need much space. And let me tell you an easy way to fix that. Get a foundation vent and put it up and screw it in. You'll have about 6 screw holes in, and once you're sure they're not up there, put that in. They cannot pull those away. They're called foundation vents, and every hardware store has them in different colors, but you can paint them in different sizes. All right, let me see. I wanted to talk to you. We're going to be getting some new pins in from old masters that are going to, just want to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Oh, Rudy and Barbara, if you're listening to the show, thanks for coming in. They wanted me to tell everybody that they came into the store. They're from Houston, and so they were coming by. So, hey, Rudy, hey, Barbara, thanks for coming by. Old masters. Okay, it's the new scratch hide pin, and it's actually got stain in it and not just paint, because there's no little ball in it on the inside. It's actually got stain, which will match up with the old master stain. It's brilliant. Okay, this is Johnny Chick's Home and Hardware, and you've been listening to 210-341-1573, and that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy on some of these projects we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing. It will always be a great day to paint. Hang on, those of you watching on Facebook.